That short break, and you are still on Google Day Television with the Head Show. Today we are going to look at the importance of saving during the festive season for our topical discussion. And I am in the house today. I am joined in the house today by a gentleman.
Thank you, thank you.
Could you tell the viewers what you do, your name and what you do?
Morning, our viewers. I'm Martin Rugamba Kawanga. I'm a student at Makerere University. I do own a few businesses in Kampala here. Yeah, so that's what I do for a living.
Well, we are going to look at the importance of saving during the festive season, because we here at the Head Show understand that most times January is a very tough month for many people, and that is because people spend recklessly during the festive season. So we want to look at the importance of saving and the importance of proper financial management during the festive season. Rugamba Martin is a student of commerce.
Yes.
So he probably has more information on the importance of saving as a person.
Yeah, surely. As we, the youth, you're supposed to save to have a better living. You see, today, since we're in the festive season, many people around Kampala are spending excessively, which is not good. I think just spend a few monies you have, then save for the future. We still have another year to move. January is soon knocking on the door. So
and many people spend lavishly like they used not to before. Many people's spending fashions and styles change during the festive season because they have been put under pressure to exert themselves in a particular way that is not the usual way.
yeah, true. But that's uncalled for. Because surely, how can you spend all your monies in this festive season? Just we're just left with 1 week to go. Not even one. There are 10 days to finish this year. So why should you have to spend excessively and then be hungry the next year? Surely, that's me as an economist. I don't encourage that. Yeah.
So what are some of the measures someone would look at to curb excessive spending during the festive season? Because at the end of the day, someone has to live. They have to have a good time.
Yeah.
But I do believe that you can still have a good time, a responsibly good time financially.
Yes.
Because financially you can be, is what they call financial discipline.
Exactly.
So what are some of the measures you think someone could take to have financial discipline during this festive season?
Yeah. I think in this festive season, if you're earning any money, let's assume that you're earning 200,000. Don't spend all of it, but get the 10% for your gold, 20% save it, 70% to the bills. I think that's the best way how one can save in this festive season. And please, spending excessively won't work. Yeah, because you still have another year to go. This is not the end of life. So spend some little monies, then surely have another good year. Yeah.
So for those people watching us out there who are into business, and there are many people, of course, the festive season comes with a lot of festivities. People are getting married and the likes.
True.
Well, many people, many times they tell us to spend what you have planned for. Prior planning before you spend. How does this come into effect with the festive season? Planning, you spend only what you have planned.
Yeah, it's good to spend what you've planned, because it will show you, it will give you a roadmap to where you're leading to. If you spend what you didn't plan, you won't have anything to eat in the next year. And to people with families, trust me, you won't have school fees to take back your kids to school. So it's better you spend what you've planned for. If you've planned that every day I'll be spending 10K, fine.
Stick to that.
Stick to that. Yeah.
This should not in any way change during the festive season because you are having Christmas or something, or because the number of people has increased at home, or the likes.
No, and actually, I'd advise those in the village not to come to the urban centers to have to have Christmas around.
How about those going to the villages?
Maybe those people in the urban centers can go to the village because there is enough food there.
Well, you could leave the urban centers, but if you go to the village, then there are a lot of expectations from people in the villages.
Yeah, obviously, when you're going to the village, you must be having something. Your pockets must have, you must be having some good money. Yeah.
So those people who are probably planned to change lifestyle a little bit, this is not advisable in some way, you would say.
Yeah, it's not. And mostly to the youth, you're supposed to spend excessively. You as a youth, save some money so that you can develop your country. Yeah.
There are a lot of expectations from the youth, you would say, like personal expectations from the people around us and the likes. How about the people who would like to spend, who would like to get married and the likes?
Getting married at this time, it depends.
Yeah, okay, they're not only getting married, but hold parties, the Christmas parties and the likes.
Yeah, having parties also, it has a limit. You can't have a party, throw a party to your friends when you know that you're not left with something in the pockets. Why would you have to throw a party to them? Just leave it, plan it next year. We still have more years.
All right, let's take a look at the saving mechanisms for this festive season. Saving, how does someone ensure that they are not tempted into digging into their savings?
Surely, I would advise people in this festive season, avoid going for parties, because when you go for a party, that's obvious you'll spend. That's one. 2, avoid that company that pulls you to themselves. Yeah, we all have such friends, so avoid that company. Yeah. Then 3, stick to your plans. Just plan your day, move it well, spend less. Yeah, and then life goes on.
So, sticking to the plans, this is easier said than done. Sticking to the plans of someone sticking to their financial plans. Let's for talking about planning, let's talk about how the planning process can best be effected. How does someone sit back and decide that I'm going to plan this way and this is going to be my plan? And how do you sit down and draw, for you economists, how would you advise someone to sit down and draw their plan and stick to it? Drawing an effective plan. What are some of the things someone should look at while planning?
Now, me as an economist, I have my notebook where I write all my things that I'm going to do in a day. I don't just.
What are some of the considerations? Let's say considerations for you planning the things you plan, because many people out there would probably want to plan. They are thinking of, how do I plan for the festive season, and what should I consider while I am planning for this?
You see, you must be moving with time.
So time is it's a factor.
Yes, time is a factor.
You must have a planned duration for all your activities.
Exactly. You have to have a duration, because if you don't have a duration, which will govern you to spend how to spend your day, surely you will end up spending excessively. Yeah.
So those what you said governing, those things that would govern someone. What are the other things that govern someone? We have time.
We have time. Then the money you're having can also consider. It's also a consideration to how you're going to spend your day. Then maybe family. Yeah, family. Yeah.
The income that someone gets.
Exactly, the
should
income.
Should largely influence how they plan for their time, financial time, especially during this festive season, where the demands are high. You shouldn't get carried away and spend excessively. You should always remember your income.
True.
Those are the words of that's some economic advice from a seasoned businessman.
Thank you.
So you talked about economy. You said family. How does family play into the planning process?
You see, in Kampala here, we have families that don't mind about spending. They just spend excessively. We all know them. But you as a youth, I usually talk about the youth because I'm a youth too. So this advice goes to the youth mostly, but
it is general advice.
Yeah, it's general advice. Now, family, the background, and you in your family you're in, the parents who don't mind about their kids getting spoiled. I think I should use that word, getting spoiled. But in other words, yeah, they don't mind about their kids, but if they do take care about them, surely it would be a good family, and savings would be very
So
good.
you're saying that if parents sat back and taught their children on saving, on mechanisms of saving,
Yes.
and ways to save, their children would turn out to be financially stable people and disciplined. They'd have financial discipline.
Exactly, because me, when I was growing up, my dad taught me how to save. I could be having that small box.
A piggy bank.
Exactly. So that's why I would drop my coins there, drop. Then after a month, I could be having some good money when I was young. So that taught me something, that, hey, you should be saving some money such that you can get anything you want in life. Yeah, because by then I was very young and I could at least get some things on my own self. Yeah.
So some of the things to financial, they call it financial literacy.
Yes,
that is what you call it, financial literacy.
Exactly.
I often use the term financial discipline, where you do not spend excessively to compare to your income. You do not spend without consideration for, some people out there would say, and I think it's a saying, it's a common saying, tomorrow will take care of itself.
Exactly.
But
you only live once.
That is very tragic. That is very bad.
It's very bad. It's very bad, because you never know what tomorrow holds. Yeah.
And you need to plan for it.
Exactly.
You have to plan for it.
You have to plan
effective
for it.
planning. So when someone talks about effective planning, financial planning for this festive season, they are talking about duration, time, income, and your family. You should always consider. I would personally think that when you talk about family, I would be looking at the perspective of look at your expenditure, look at your family expenditure. The youth out there will probably you have things that you want for your family, and your family has things they can afford and those they cannot afford.
Exactly.
So look at your expenditure and the people out there who have families to look after. I would personally think that it's important for them to look at how does this spending affect the family in the long run, because there's spending a lot of money today, and in the long run, I think you've had that advert where the children say, "Mommy and Daddy, you always worry about January, telling us that February will be okay." So that is effect that happens to a lot of people in this country.
Exactly.
And that is an effect of not properly planning for January.
Yeah. Actually, January today it's called Jan-worry. So meaning in that month you have to worry. So
that's what they call it these days.
Exactly. So in this festive season, I would advise parents to spend a little money, because by the end of January,
or focusedly spend. They should spend planned. They should spend in a way that has been planned for.
yeah, they must plan for their money. They must plan, because by the end of January, they'll be sending their kids back to school. So where will that school fees come from when they spend excessively? So I would advise them to spend a little monies. Yeah.
And to the youth.
To the youth, please. This goes to the youth mostly. The youth, you must save in order to develop your country, in order to develop yourself.
yourselves, yeah.
Yes, because a better citizen today is that one who pays tax. In Uganda, we are lucky we don't have that direct tax. But please, save.
People, you mean the people who don't pay OTT are not better citizens?
Anyway, by the way, OTT, yeah, that's, I think that's the only form of direct tax we have in Uganda, OTT.
And mobile money, of course, they
and also the mobile money, the 0.5. Those are the two direct taxes we have. But
a good citizen is that one who pays taxes.
Yes, is that one who pays taxes. So, in order to be a good citizen, you have to pay tax, and paying tax comes out of you saving your money
and planning
how to save it, how to use it.
Proper planning for the money you have.
Plan for the little money you have, then have a good life in future.
Well, those were the words of Rugamba Mati, an economic student and a businessman. Because we know that you need to be informed about things that matter to you, and well, monetary and financial issues matter to everyone in this country. Thank you, Mr. Rugamba.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned to Google Day Television. We shall go for a short break, and after that we shall have How It's Made, which will be followed by the Standard Magazine by Samantha Ndiamuhachi. Stay tuned to Google Day Television.
Run the race. Makerville Gospel Church invites you to the mega event of the year, the 31st Overnight 2018.
The Lord is going to be present to heal and deliver the sick.
I promise you, it will be a night to remember.
Come join us and enjoy incredible worship, great intercession, Holy Communion, testimonies of miracles and wonders, fantastic music from gospel artists like Brian Luiga, Elizabeth Sesanga, Salem Praise, Youth Band, the Mass Choir, and so many more. Run the race with patience. Hebrews 12:1.
Throughout history, women have enhanced their lips with color. Cleopatra led the way over 2,000 years ago. She used crushed ants and beetles to redden her lips. Today, a tube of lipstick does the job nicely. No need to mess around with crushed bugs. Lipstick comes in a case that also serves as an applicator, and that's the beauty of it. Just twist the stick and apply color to make lackluster lips look luscious. Lipstick ingredients include waxes, pigments, and moisturizers. A worker pre-weighs everything following a formula. The exact blends are usually a company secret. She pours the measured ingredients into a kettle that melts and mixes them together. She adds a plant-based gel known as plantaladum. It will act as a skin softener and also enable the lipstick to be smoothly applied. Different waxes, carnauba, candelilla, and beeswax add body to the mixture. The waxes will also give the lipstick a certain sheen upon application. With the base mixture prepared, she now whips up a batch of pigment using different iron oxide colorants. She scoops it onto rollers that grind the pigment particles while rolling it into sheet form. It takes 3 passes through the rollers to fully grind the pigment. It's ready to be added to the base mixture. She lowers the heat in the kettle to avoid scalding the ingredients. She adds pigment until the mixture thickens and becomes creamy. It's now the right consistency to be shaped into lipstick. It's over to the next station where another worker pours the lipstick liquid into a filling machine. This filling system also has a mixer that keeps the consistency creamy. She places a mold under the filling machine and activates a lift. It serves up the mold to nozzles that pump lipstick liquid into the slots of the mold. She continues to fill lipstick molds until the supply in the machine has been depleted. She places the molds on a conveyor, which takes them through a nearly 5-foot-long cooling tunnel. The chilly trip causes the lipstick liquid to solidify. The lipsticks are now ready for their swiveling tubular containers. She places a rack on top of the mold and inserts the cases into slots in the rack. The slots are aligned with the lipsticks in the mold. Then it's over to the turnaround machine. Bursts of air gently push the lipstick out of the mold and up into the cases. To assist, little pushers apply pressure to the bottoms of the cases. The lipsticks have made their transfer without a smudge. She sets them down and removes the transfer rack. On another conveyor, the lipsticks pass by heat guns. The hot air melts the lipsticks just a little to make them shine. Continuing on, the lipsticks travel past rollers that turn the cases to cause the lipsticks to swivel down. A tester samples a lipstick from every batch to determine the melting point. This is important because lipstick should be stable enough not to melt in a purse on a hot day. He smears lipstick shavings onto a glass disc and examines their consistency. He places the sample on a heating element and swings a magnifying glass overhead for a close-up view as the lipstick shavings melt into a puddle. Checking a thermometer, he confirms that the melting point is within an acceptable range. Another worker then compares the color of the freshly made lipstick to the standard, and it's a match. So they wrap up production with a plastic cap. The cap is clear to showcase the shade of the lipstick. It has taken about a day to manufacture this lipstick. It's time to freshen up.